Alright, let's really dive into this, because I know a lot of you are already asking the big question, should Shedeur Sanders start week 1? And hey, I've even seen a few of you throwing Dillon Gabriel's name into the mix too. So I wanted to really sit down and unpack this whole rookie quarterback conversation, go way beyond the surface level hype and look at some real data, some real context, and most importantly, how our situation with the Browns might be different than what most teams deal with when they throw a rookie into the fire right out of the gate. And look, I get it. The hype is real. People want to believe in the next big thing. It's exciting. We've been starving for something that feels fresh, dynamic, promising. So when a guy like Shedeur comes in tons of personality, college production, that Jackson State, Colorado storyline, it's easy to start dreaming big. Same with Dillon Gabriel. His name isn't as flashy, but he's got experience, and fans love a good underdog story. But here's what I wanted to do with this video. Not just hype up one guy or shoot down the optimism, but actually give you a clear picture of what rookie quarterbacks really deal with in this league, especially when they start right out of the gate. So please take 2 seconds to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. Now, before we get into the quarterback side of this, I got to address something that's been blowing up in the comments lately, our new stadium situation. I know a lot of you are still wrapping your heads around the fact that the Browns are going to be playing in Brook Park, and yes, people are already tossing around the nickname Brook Park Browns like it's official or something. But let me be super clear, we are still the Cleveland Browns. That's not changing. The branding, the identity, the legacy, it all still belongs to Cleveland. We're not pulling a Commander-style rebrand or anything wild like that. But yeah, the stadium's going to be in Brook Park. That's just the reality. And honestly, it's not the end of the world. We're not the first team to do this, and we definitely won't be the last. Once this move happens, we'll actually become the 11th team in the NFL that plays its home games outside of its namesake city. That's more than a third of the league. You're not alone, Browns fans. Let me rattle off a few just to show you what I mean. The Rams and the Chargers. They play at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, not Los Angeles. The Giants and Jets. They're playing in East Rutherford, New Jersey, not New York. The 49ers Levi's Stadium is in Santa Clara, not San Francisco. The Cowboys. AT&T Stadium is in Arlington, not Dallas. The Raiders. They play in Paradise, Nevada. Yeah, that one always throws people off, but it's true. Washington plays out in Landover, Maryland. The Dolphins are in Miami Gardens. The Bills? They're in Orchard Park, not Buffalo, and Denver. Word on the street is, they might be making a similar move themselves soon. So we could be talking about 12 or more teams in this exact same boat. That's just where the league is heading. It's less about the zip code, and more about the overall experience and infrastructure. And I will say this, the plans for Brook Park look exciting. Entertainment district, modern setup, it's going to be a whole thing. So yeah, it might sting right now, but when it's done, we're going to have something we can be proud of. Alright, now let's get back to the quarterback question, because this is where it gets real interesting. I pulled some numbers going back to 2015, just to get a better idea of what happens when rookie quarterbacks start in week 1. And this is what I found. Since 2015, 35 quarterbacks have been drafted in the first round. Out of those 35, 23 played at least 10 games as a rookie. But here's the kicker, only 5 of them finished in the top 12 in terms of performance their rookie year. That's 14%. That means if we throw a rookie out there week 1, statistically, there's an 86% chance we're not getting a top-tier year out of them. Now that doesn't mean they won't eventually be good. It just means that the first season, especially the first half of the season, tends to be a rough ride. You go back to 2012, one of the more famous rookie QB classes, and you'll see it again. 5 rookie QBs started week 1 that year. Only one had a lights-out debut, RG3. He went off. The rest, Andrew Luck, Ryan Tannehill, Russell Wilson, Brandon Weeden, they combined for 11 interceptions and only 2 touchdowns in their opening games. Brutal. And when you look at rookie QBs who actually started week 1 and won playoff games, that same season, you're down to just 2 names, Joe Flacco and Mark Sanchez. That's it. And guess what? We've actually got Flacco in our quarterback room right now. That's a big deal. He's literally done what we're asking our rookies to try to do. That kind of experience, that kind of mentorship, you can't put a price on that. Now. If you need more reason to pump the brakes on the rookie hype, let's talk about last year. The 2024 rookie class came in hot. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix. All 3 of them started week 1, and through their first 2 games, not a single touchdown pass between them. They actually set a record for the most consecutive rookie pass attempts without a TD to start a season. Let that sink in. It's not just hard, it's historically hard to come in and succeed right away. Even guys we now consider elite struggled early. Baker Mayfield didn't start until week 3. Justin Herbert started in week 2, not week 1. Dak Prescott wasn't even supposed to start at all, but got thrown in due to injury, and he just happened to catch lightning in a bottle. That's the exception, not the rule. And even when these guys have a good rookie year, they often take a step back. In year 2, CJ Stroud is a great example. Amazing rookie season. He even beat us in the playoffs. But last year, he took a bit of a step back. Teams get tape, they adjust. It's the NFL. That's how it works. So no, I'm not trying to be a buzzkill, but I am saying, let's be realistic. Starting a rookie in week 1 is like throwing them into the deep end during a thunderstorm. It can work, but man, it's rough. Which brings me to why I think things might be different for us. And it starts with Kevin Stefanski. Now I know, don't roll your eyes just yet. Stefanski is not everyone's favorite name to bring up right now, but his offensive system, when it's working, actually supports a young quarterback. His scheme is rooted in the West Coast style, with heavy emphasis on the wide zone running game and play-action passing. That means the offense isn't asking the quarterback to do everything on his own. It's built around high-percentage throws, quick reads, smart decision-making. That's exactly the kind of setup you want if you're breaking in a rookie. And let's not forget we're going to have a strong defense. So we don't need a rookie QB to go out and win us shootouts. We need them to manage the game, protect the football, make the right throws, and let the rest of the team do their thing. Think back to Trent Dilfer with the Ravens. That team was built on defense and a controlled, calculated offense. I think we're trying to do something similar here. But here's my one big gripe with Stefanski. He's got to give up the play calling. I really believe that he's a smart offensive mind, no doubt. But being a head coach and a play caller at the same time, that's a lot. Too much, honestly. I think we'd be better off if he stepped back a bit, let someone else handle the headset, and focused on managing the game as a whole. Pro Football Sports Network actually ranked all the offensive coordinators and play callers recently. Stefanski came in right around the middle, ranked 16th out of 32. Not bad, not amazing, just average. They looked at recent performance, scheme, trajectory, and reputation. And while there are definitely criticisms over thinking trick plays that don't land, lack of delegation, they also called him one of the most underrated offensive minds in the league. And I agree with that. I think when he sticks to his core principles, when he runs his system the way it was designed, it works. It really does. So now it's about execution. It's about putting our guys, rookie or not, in the best possible position to succeed, whether that's letting Shedeur sit and learn, giving Dillon Gabriel reps in preseason, or maybe letting Flacco start the year while the young guys soak things in. It's about setting them up, not throwing them in unprepared. So, please take 2 seconds to hit the subscribe button, like the video, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. Now look, I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that the Browns' offense has been spiraling these past few seasons. I mean, we've all seen it. It's been tough. Quarterback instability has practically become a tradition around here, one failed experiment after another. Like we're trying to win games with a revolving door under center. And honestly, it's exhausting. But despite all that, despite the setbacks, the confusion, the inconsistency, there's still a part of me that sees hope. And that hope, that's tied to Kevin Stefanski. Yeah, I know he gets a lot of heat from fans sometimes. People love to question his play calling, his adjustments, his decision-making in tight moments. But I'm telling you right now, when Steph is locked in and running his system the way it's meant to be run, there is real potential there. The guy can coach, period. To me, Stefanski is still one of the smarter offensive minds in football, and I'm not alone in thinking that. Pro Football Network recently named him one of the more underrated offensive minds in the entire NFL. I believe it. I mean, I've seen it when things are clicking. It's not perfect, but it's something we can build on. The problem is, he's got to get back to the core identity that made his offense work in the first place. And what is that identity? It's balance. It's pounding the rock. It's setting up the run, and then using that to open up the play-action passing game. That's when we're at our best, when we're physical, when we control the clock, and when we make defenses respect the ground game first, before hitting them over the top. We're not built to be some high-flying aerial attack throwing 45 times a game. That's not who we are. And every time we've tried to be something we're not, the offense has suffered. So, Stefanski needs to stick to what works. He needs to trust his system. Let him call the plays. Let him get into a rhythm. Because when he does that, when he's calling the shots with confidence and not overthinking it, this offense can move. It can work. Especially with the pieces we've got now. And that brings me to the quarterback situation. Now, I've been keeping a close eye on this. And I know a lot of you have too. The rookie quarterback conversation is heating up, and I think it's going to get real interesting, real fast. Because here's the thing. Stefanski's offense is actually built in a way that can help a rookie succeed. I mean it. The structure, the reliance on the run game, the play action looks. It's not like we're throwing a rookie to the wolves. We're setting the table for them. So I'll say it right now. I think a rookie quarterback could actually have success. Here, I know that sounds wild, especially considering the past 2 decades of quarterback chaos in Cleveland. But this situation is different. The environment is different. The system is in place. The playmakers are there. If one of these rookies shows enough in camp, I wouldn't be shocked to see them get a shot sooner than people think. And if they do, Stefanski's system might just give them a fighting chance. Now, speaking of rookies and quarterbacks, I've Gotta dive into the comments, because you guys always have strong opinions and that's what makes this community so much fun. Let's jump into it. First up, we got Echo That Media coming in hot. He says, how do you pay a quarterback like Pickett all that money and then have the nerve to talk about Shedeur? I'm done with the media and Browns fans that don't demand what is right. Pay Shedeur now. Pickett isn't worth $1 million in those small hands. What is going on in the NFL with these terrible athletes that don't even belong in the UFL? Alright, let's slow down for a second. First of all, let's clear something up about rookie contracts. Every rookie is paid on a scale based on where they were drafted. That's just how the system works. It's not about how talented you are, or how big your fan base is, or how many jerseys you sell. It's about draft position. That's it. So Shedeur's not going to get some monster deal just because fans are excited about him. He's got to go out there, earn the job, prove himself on the field, and then, in a couple years, the team will revisit his contract and give him the bag if he deserves it. That's how it works. That's how it works. His money situation has nothing to do with the Browns. He was drafted by the Steelers, and we got him in a trade from the Eagles. His contract came with him. It's not like we wrote him a blank check. And let's not forget the Steelers already declined his fifth-year option. So this is it for him. He's playing for his NFL life right now. And sometimes, guys in that position surprise you. We'll see what he's got left. Now, Oscar Duncan 285 says, Shedeur is the best QB in Cleveland. Cleveland is dumb if Sanders doesn't start. Strong take. Look, I'm high on Shedeur too. I think he's got something, but let's not skip past the competition. Training camp is where it's all going to be decided. We've got a real battle on our hands. Let's see who steps up when the pads come on. Then we've got a great comment from C. Williamson 171. People say if Shedeur Sanders was really a first-round talent, someone would have taken him there. But talent alone doesn't drive decisions. In the NFL, when Lamar Jackson was placed on a non-exclusive tag, every team had a shot to sign him. No one did. Not because of ability, but because the owners didn't want to set a precedent. If a proven MVP can be frozen out, so can anyone. That's a powerful take. And honestly, I agree. We saw the same thing with Lamar, a 26-year-old MVP just sitting there, and not one team made an offer. That wasn't about talent. That was about politics. About control. About the league not wanting to change the status quo. And that might have played a role in how Shedeur's draft slide happened too. I'm not saying it's all collusion, but there's clearly more going on than just what we see on the field. And finally, Nated Ward Satai comes in with the big money conversation. $76 million for the new stadium land. If a third of Shedeur's 3 million fans buy a Browns jersey at $139, that's over $137 million. Just from jerseys. Not counting hats, not counting anything else. Okay, let me be real with you guys. That's a wild number, but I've got to push back a bit. The conversation around the stadium started way before Shedeur was even in the picture. This isn't just a money grab off a rookie quarterback's popularity. This actually goes all the way back to Deshaun Watson's visit when he first came to town. One of the first things he said was, I don't want to play in the cold. That stuck. That's when Jimmy Haslam really started to think, all right, maybe we need to build a dome. Fans have been saying it since the Browns came back in '99. We should have had a retractable roof on the lakefront stadium from the start. It would have helped with weather. It would have opened us up to host more events, Super Bowls, Final Fours, you name it. But we didn't do it. And now, here we are. So yeah, the Shedeur factor adds a boost, no doubt. But the dome talk? That started way before him. And when Jimmy Haslam finally said, we're going to Brook Park, that was years in the making. This isn't about one player. This is about the future of the franchise. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I appreciate you all rocking with me. Drop a comment below and let me know where you stand on Stefanski, Shedeur, the Dome Stadium, or anything else we covered today. We're building something here, maybe not perfect, maybe not fast, but piece by piece, brick by brick, we're putting it together. Thanks for watching and see you next one.